Ahora no puedo comer ni pollo, chicos. Ya. Ok. ¡Uy, no! ¡No, no llegó! Gracias, amor. Ahí tomo mi agüita después. ¡Vale! Ay. Salta, pe, huevón. Ah, chicos, quiero comer mi pollo, por favor, hace rato ya. Tengo ganas de comer mi pollito. Hace rato, boom. Está. Uf. Ahí está. Uf. No hemos llegado mucho hoy, ¿eh? Ya está, vamos. Tomar un poquito de agua, mejor dicho, antes de seguir. Chicos, tomen agua, es saludable para ustedes. Aunque me vieron tomar Nabil hace un rato. Tomen agua, un poquito de gaseosa de vez en cuando. Si van a comprar una botella grande, compártanla. Más que por compartir, sino para que ustedes tomen menos. ¡Ay no! ¡Avión civil! Ya entendí cómo funciona. Vamos. Vale. Vale, no puedo seguir. Y salta, por favor. Ya, pues, corre por... Tomare, que no te doy. Dios. Te mueves, loco. Nah, corté el esto donde subía. Ya, al menos tengo más a rango, huevón. Claro. Además no quiere romper la cosa.
That's where they're holed up.
Some kind of electronic lock on the gate.
Most likely it opens only if you have the right ID data stored in your left hand. Perhaps you could find a cyborg with access and borrow it?
You see any cyborgs around here, Doc?
Why not double back? Check the vehicle route again. You know, back at the entrance to the old city. Who knows? Maybe you can hitch a ride. Most likely, platoon commanders carry correct ID data for the gate. Use enhanced mode to figure out who to hit.
Ay, perdón.
Hurry and get that hand right.
Necesito cargar mi energía, así que...
Right. You missed them all? Well, you just have to fight your way through. I should have guessed you would choose this route.
No le pude cortar bien el brazo, chicos, perdón. Ahí está. Tío, este juego. Vale. A ver, ¿me pueden decir algo estos tipos?
So these self-repair units in the other cyborgs, they mean they can heal themselves at any time?
Indeed. It is typically a slow process, not much faster than a regular human body heals a wound.
And you didn't think it was a good idea to give me one of these things?
Certainly not. We removed all extraneous options in your case to maximize power and speed, you know.
Healing wounds is extraneous?
Your ability to absorb the nanopaste agent is far more efficient, Raiden. With it, your wounds heal almost instantly.
I know, but...
And the standard repair unit, once depleted, is nothing but an empty shell inside you. Dead weight.
I get that, Doc, but it also means I need to constantly be grabbing them out of enemies.
No, it doesn't. Don't be silly. Simply avoid taking damage and you will be fine.
Yeah, simple.
Toma, mi amor, toma agüita. Cúrate.
Raiden, you need to save?
A ver. ¿No me vas a decir nada más?
Roger that. Save complete.
I want PMC work can be traumatic, even for non-combatants. If the pressure ever gets to be too much, have one of the ex-military there take over. Just...
I'm not doing that, Raiden. PMCs wield massive influence over international affairs. Abolishing SOP didn't change that. They need a better understanding of what they're mixed up in. The laws, politics, local cultures. Ex-military aren't here to provide that. They can't. We need civilian voices like mine here too.
You're right. Just take care of yourself.
Don't worry. Africa was more than enough excitement for one lifetime. It's a good thing that limo was armored.
Yeah. Otherwise, you'd now be the world's clumsiest cyborg.
Hey! Cyborg Courtney could have been your partner. I might have saved your ass.
How? By spilling coffee all over the enemy?
Oh, come on. I'm not that... Oh.
Please tell me that was a joke.
Kev, let's go over everything we have on Desperado.
Roger that. Let's see here. Desperado Enforcement LLC. Registered in the U.S., Delaware.
Makes sense. The U.S. doesn't regulate PMCs too closely.
Looks like almost all of their actual business is handled outside the States, though. Says here their financials are handled by a separate company based in St. Kitts and Nevis.
The preferred tax haven of megacorps everywhere.
Probably why they incorporated in Delaware in the first place. Loose tax laws. Funneling it all through the Caribbean must help with the money laundering, though. There's still a lot we don't know about them. But they've definitely been starting a lot of fires lately. They're a PMC in name only. What a name it is. Guess War Profiteers Incorporated was taken. But that's their business. In a nutshell, target war-torn nations on the road to peace. Reignite conflicts and walk off with all the cash that was earmarked for reconstruction. They also have ties to the drug trade, human trafficking.
Sounds like a real class act.
A ver.
So I get past the gate and into the hotel. Then what?
That hotel was used by the nomenclatura, high-ranking Communist Party bureaucrats. All destroyed now, of course, but in Soviet days, full of luxury. Anyway, you should be able to reach a hill from hotel roof. There are more Soviet ruins past that hill. Get through there, and you will reach the rear of the refinery.
Head for the hotel roof. Got it.
Vamos, quería hablar con ellos un ratito. La verdad que el larga está divertido. Los cyborgs. Una cyborg. Y un ruso.
That woman.
Raiden, what's happening? Your heart rate spiked.
Yeah, I just dodged a bullet. All right, I'm heading for the refinery.
Uf. Ay, qué bonito.
There was classified data embedded in that hand. It appears that man underwent modification at a Patriot facility, just as you did.
Vamos. Ya está. Ah, no jodas, te alejaste. Torito de mierda. Ay, estaba Torito con tu madre. Te quería matar hace rato ya. Muerte, Torito. Muerte, Torito. Muérete, Torito, concha tu madre. Casa, Torito. Casa. Ellos no son como el torito, ellos no son como el perrito. Oh, me da penita recordar al torito, al perrito, mi mamá. Grande el perrito.
We intercepted call for backup during your last fight. The caller's position is on your Soliton radar. You can engage if you wish. It is your choice. Up above you!
Loco, quédate quieto, por favor. Vamos.
Right. The cliff is just ahead at the end of the old city. Beyond that is the refinery's backyard.
So what? It's a sheer drop? The refinery's not connected to the city at all?
No, it was only built 2 years ago. There should be a narrow path around there that leads to the plant. It is protected by a fence, but probably you can cut your way through.
Probably.
Don't get cocky. Most likely it is Desperado running security down there. keep on coming.
Casa. Ah, placentero. What? ¿Por qué se activó esto?
Dolcev and his team must be in here. Find him. Raiden, wait. There are active IR sensors in the area. Part of factory security, no doubt, but the enemy may be using it.
What? ¿Por qué se está abriendo esto? No, hay un tipo con un RPG. Un RPG. Vamos. ¡Pum! Ah, supongo que por partes.
So who actually owns this plant?
On the books, a private abkhaz firm. In reality, the Russian state.
So all the money goes right back to Russia?
It does provide Abkhazia with fuel and electricity, but yes, it was clearly built for Russian interests.
How do you mean?
The Caspian Sea is a major source of gas and oil, but these days most of it never passes through Russia. Not since the Baku-Tbilisi-Ceyhan pipeline was built. With it, the oil flows straight to Europe.
But that pipeline runs straight through Georgia. Why did the Georgian government allow it?
Money, of course, and power. Having a major pipeline run through your land brings plenty of both. The South Ossetia War taught Georgia they could not always rely on the West for support. They began working more with their neighbors in the region to build their own power base.
So Georgia stands to gain from this coup?
It would seem this way. Any scenario that ends with the refinery no longer under Russian control is good for Georgia. Even if they do not retake Abkhazia outright, they benefit if new regime is more friendly to Georgia. Perhaps this is Dolzaev's idea, to attract Abkhaz political leaders with a pro-Georgia agenda.
And that's why Georgia isn't taking action?
I very much doubt Georgian government would be involved in anything so obvious and so reckless. There must be someone else behind all this.
And Dolzaev's just playing along? Why would he?
Revenge, Tovarich. Anything to hurt Russia. Perhaps money as well. Who knows?
Yeah, the Russians can't be happy about all this. Let me guess. They contacted you through the FSB, right?
There were conversations, yes. But it was the Abkhaz government that enlisted us. We only took this mission because we knew it would help the people there. Besides, we cannot leave Desperado unchecked. Not after what happened.
Right. I won't let them profit from this mess. And we need to learn who's backing them.
And the first step to do this is take back that refinery.
A ver. Está bien.
Did you get all that, Kev? The woman with Dolzaev. That's Mistral?
Yep, the only female member of the Winds of Destruction. The name is from a cold, dry regional wind in France that blows from the Alps down to the Mediterranean.
She French?
Yep. Born in Algeria, though. It was a French colony until they declared independence in the early 60s. Haha, but you already knew that.
Yeah. They were the last French colony in Africa.
You know your history. Plenty of French colonial families still live there. Billets noirs, they're called.
I've heard the term. The main character in that Camus novel, The Stranger, was one.
You also find a lot of Algerians who've immigrated to France, although they put a stop to that a while ago.
Yeah. A lot of European countries seem to be clamping down on immigration lately.
Mistral joined the Foreign Legion to get her citizenship.
A woman legionnaire?
And not the first. There was one that served in the North Africa campaign during World War II. Anyway, Mistral's been doing PMC work ever since her Legion discharge. We're not sure why she went cyborg. She is officially leading the force at the refinery, but she is also a combatant. Don't have anything on her combat style, but do not underestimate her. The Winds of Destruction are trained killers, all of them. They didn't let her in because of her looks.
I don't need a reminder. I won't let my guard down.
Yeah, but, speaking of her looks, she's got, well, I mean, a couple of huge... Look, just don't get distracted, okay?
Sounds like you should take your own advice there, Kev.
Right. You need to save?
Did you catch all that? With Dolzaev and Mistral?
Yeah, I was monitoring the whole time. Dolzaev's not really what I expected. I've seen his file, plenty of photos, but I guess I expected someone more, I don't know, threatening?
Didn't seem too friendly to me.
No, I mean, you hear terrorist, you think of some cold, calculating professional. Dolzaev looks more like some guy off the street.
Cold, calculating professional types don't usually bother with terrorism. It's too risky. Most terrorists are ordinary people, radicalized one way or another.
Yeah, I guess so.
Of course, that doesn't make what they do any easier to forgive. What about Mistral? What'd you think?
Well, she's certainly attractive. Probably an artificial face, though. I'm guessing most of her is artificial.
Roger that.
How is your eye, Raiden?
Great. My sight's perfectly balanced between both eyes. I think my vision's improved, actually.
Quite right, quite right. Your eye patch houses an artificial compound eye unit. The unit contains over 200 million solid-state image sensors, each with its own individual lens.
200 megapixels, huh? Doesn't sound like all that much.
More than sufficient for the application. A human's optic nerve has only about 1 million fibers, you know. Were we to add more sensors, your perceived vision would not improve. There's only so much modern image compression technology can do.
Huh. So I shouldn't expect any more dramatic improvements to my eyesight?
No, your brain would no longer be able to process any more visual information in real time. Still, compared to previous ACEs, yours has 1.4 times the resolution and a superior compression algorithm.
It may only result in a slight perceived change, but it could wind up making the difference during a mission.
Regrettably, I have not had enough time to develop a new eyeball unit just yet. Thus, I have cut out the ability to deploy the ACE unit separately and simply installed it on a
Aquí está
eye
lo...
patch.
Works for me. If I was using an eye unit, I wouldn't see any better than a regular human.
Ah, but remember, the human eye is so much more than a simple light receptor. They play a vital role in person-to-person communication. Sooner or later, you'd miss it.
Stuff like that's important for some tasks, sure. For this op, not so much. And with less moving parts, the lower the chance of something going wrong. Besides, I like it.
Well, I'm very pleased to hear this.
I can worry about how I look after I complete the mission.
Ah, mira. Aquí está la explicación de su ojo. ¿Por qué no le pusieron...? Mira.
Doctor, you have anything more on these cyborgs?
Only what we went over in your briefing, if you had been paying attention. Standard military-grade cyborgs. MCFC integrated carbon nanotube muscle fibers. Impressive response. Most will likely possess. They can function with...
Okay.
Not all cyborgs you face will be the same, of course. You may notice a range of different capabilities. It all depends on the manufacturer. Muscle fiber and neurotransmission technology is advancing all the time. Of course, you have the very latest science has to offer. A typical cyborg is no match for your equipment.
If you do say so yourself.
No, I realize combat is about more than the equipment. Situational awareness, predictive ability, nerves. One must determine a course of attack or defense and execute on a moment's notice. Reaction time is key. Cyborg enhancements do not change that.
Agreed.
Pero que había dicho algo
Hey,
de
Doc,
su...
I'm curious. Can I recharge off any cyborg? Even a non-military unit? Not that I ever would, of course.
A pedestrian cyborg? I very much doubt you will encounter any of those on this op. Besides...
Against the rules of engagement, I know. Like I said, just curious.
In theory, then. No, I would doubt very much that you could. Even from those that opted for complete body replacements due to injury or illness, you know. Though I have heard of some very wealthy clients who wanted to fight the effects of aging.
Doctor?
Ah, yes, your question. No, extracting MCFCs from pedestrian cyborgs is unlikely. Most non-military enhancements use polymer muscle fiber that is a generation behind yours. Carbon nanotube would be a bit much for anyone who wished to lead a normal life, you know. And polymer systems can be powered by rechargeable electric batteries. Organic muscle fiber, which allows extraction of nutrients from the bloodstream, does exist, but it requires artificial blood for sufficient power output. This so-called white blood requires regular dialysis and was mostly phased out once cyborg technology became mainstream. True, some use cultivated muscle tissue to take nourishment from the body's natural bloodstream. But such systems are more regenerative medicine than cyborg technology. I'm sure you'll agree. Of course, natural musculature or no, if the body is equipped with a ceramic bone structure...
Can't get energy from non-military cyborgs. Got it.
Well, one moment. I have more...
Thanks, Doc.
¡Ah! ¿Dónde está esa conversación? Madre.
So, as I was saying, there are many differences between...
No, sigue la conversación.
You're still on about this.
Now, first and foremost, military cyborgs are generally full-body conversions.
You mean as opposed to partials?
Yes, as opposed to just grafting on an arm or leg, where a myoelectric prosthesis would suffice. As I have said, for the general public, these full-body replacements are quite rare. Quite rare. Only in cases of extreme injury or illness, generally. Perhaps a few eccentrics who wish to live longer. In any case, most pedestrian cyborgs are no more than an artificial limb or two. We call these partials.
Doctor, I know. I just said that.
Partials enhancements are not designed to meet the rigors of military use. A pair of synthetic arms attached to an organic body cannot match the power of those on a full cyborg. Total body conversions also armor the entire soldier against stray ordnance and minor injury. This is why wounded contractors most often opt for the works rather than simply replacing the lost limb.
I hear it's why most of Maverick cyborgs had it done, anyway.
Of course, there is the rather dramatic change in appearance to consider. Civilian life as a cyborg can be, well, complicated, as I'm sure you can attest. But for the field, man and metal, capability beyond the natural human body, it has a functional beauty.
Beauty or beast?
Both lie in the eye of the beholder, which brings us to the senses. Machine implants can also restore lost vision and hearing, and with added sensitivity, as you know. Such options have become standard in most military conversion packages, along with pain suppression and dampening less useful emotions, similar to how SOP operated.
Yeah, no matter how hard I'm hit, it doesn't really hurt.
Of course, everything has its limits. Do not let your high threshold for pain make you reckless.
Understood.
Ah, no salió la conversación. Ah. Ahí estaba, ahí dijeron por qué no le pusieron un globo ocular. No había tenido tiempo para hacerlo él. Y tiene su lente que él usa, el lente este, tiene una visión de 200 megapíxeles. Algo así estaban explicando de su lente. Y el men dijo, ya, ahora no importa. Igual me gusta el parche. Se ve facha. Lo sabe, lo sabe. ¿No puedo llegar allá? Algo por abajo. Ay. ¿Será?
I was wondering when you'd come, Jack the Ripper.
No one calls me that anymore. Dosaev, where is he?
I can show you a better time than that crusty old bear.
You're in charge here?
I am Mistral, the cold wind of France. And you, your reputation precedes you. Liberian, but white as snow. A natural-born killer, even as a child.
That was a long time ago.
I was born in Algeria myself, you know. I'm only half French.
And?
We had our own civil war in the 90s. So you see, cut from the same cloth, you and I.
You don't know me.
I lost my whole family, everything. But I butchered those fuckers. My family's killers. That's when I realized I am a killer too. And a good one at that. I slaughtered dozens in Iraq, in Afghanistan. I'd found
Me
my
gusta
calling.
escuchar la palabra Afganistán.
Proud of that, are you?
What happened, happened. To be honest, I found it quite dull. My enemies fell like domino, one after another. Not once did I feel threatened. I was adrift, without challenge, without purpose. At times, I even envied my prey. At least they had a cause to die for. And then, I met him.
Who?
And I knew what I had been missing. His ideals gave my life meaning. Ideals, Jack.
Oh, obrigado.
What are yours?
I protect the weak.
No, siento que lo va a matar.
Still? So naive.
And if I must kill to protect them, then so be it.
¡Ah!
It seems we have less in common than I thought.
I'll take that as a compliment.
If you would kill for your ideals, then surely you are ready to die for them.
Ah, la musiquita, papá.
Come, manga.
Madre, ¿pueden dejar de hablar en otro idioma? Que el esto no lo detecta. Patadón, papá. Para la cocina.
I want more.
No, vergo. No. Tengo que romperte el arma, loco. Ay, Dios. Tus perros de mierda. ¡Tamare! Tamare, tus mascotas de mierda. Vale, no llegué. A ver, su mascota de mierda no la vi. Me gasté todas las botiquines ahí, ¿ah? Ah. Dios, qué bonita banda sonora. Se puede romper el esto, ¿no? Por eso me sale marcado. Madre me mató. Madre de esa mascotita de mierda, weón. Entonces,
O la lavaplatos.
no, me mató una lavavajilla. Madre, su robot de mierda, weón. No, Dios, que siempre estás, weón. Madre me dio. Quiero agarrarse, weón. No, desapareció. Vale, es el último golpe, no le di. Vale, dale que hacer. ¡No! ¡Verga! Ah. Vale, me dio. Me curo. No. Madre, era para curarme antes. Ahora que mierda van a agarrarme. La tula. Uy, nitrógeno líquido. Uy, qué fea muerte, weón. Ay, este pedazo, weón. Explota. Todo explota, weón. Que todo explota, me da risa, weón. Este weón tiene complejo Power Ranger, weón.
Report! Your vitals are dropping.
I lost. So this is how they felt.
What?
Dying. For a cause.
Wait. No. Hold on.
I am sorry. He was too much.
I do not need apology. I need you alive.
But I know you will never fall.
What? What is this talk about?
Je t'aime. De tout mon corps.
Je t'aime. Mister, you never...
She's not talking to you, idiots.
You killed her! You vile nuts!
Ah, sí que es el gordo.
That's rich coming from you. It's overdose, I am. Surrender.
Translation?
Yo estaba igual.
We are exactly where I want.
Shit.
Built with Russian money to make Russian money. It is no plan for outcasts. It is their prison.
Un robot gigante, supongo.
But now they will be free.
Crazy son of a bitch.
Ryder, what happened?
Se murió el toque, weón.
Blew himself up.
I see. Time to get you out of there. We're sending a helicopter. Secure an LZ.
Understood.
Va, no hizo nada. Se hizo por la huevo. Pensé que iba a salir un robot. Ah, mira, nos saltamos un combate aquí. Rango de combate. Va. El último fue de S, C, B, 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 A, B, A, D. Va, una mierda. Rango de combate C. Estaría bueno practicar algún día. Alabarda desbloqueada. Podemos hacer una alabarda. What? A ver. Ujú. Papá, qué guapo se ve. Guapísimo, weón. Es su corazón. Concha su madre. Voy a comprar una mejor. Estoy leyendo, chicos. Que envíe una respuesta más rápida y detallada a la sinapsis. Esta respuesta neuronal tan detallada le permite a Raiden esquivar libremente los ataques de sus enemigos en cualquier dirección y contraatacar su agresión en modo efectivo. A ver. Este me gusta. Se ve interesante. Me voy a comprarlo. Se ve interesante. La de energía también lo voy a comprar. Y el cuerpo. No sé, se ve muy bonito, weón. Esta se cura, ¿no? ¿Cuál me compro? Este me gusta. Las habilidades que otorga me gustan. ¿Me compro otro cuerpo? El rojo se ve piel. ¿Después? Puedo comprármelo. Mira, este se cura. Este lanza bombas. Y este lanza misiles. Nada, lanza granadas. Y un misil. Ah, y también puedo comprarme este de acá, que es el cuerpo original. Parece que en vez de darte mejoras, te hace que el juego sea más difícil. Sus funciones son obsoletas y cuenta con una quijada muy poco natural. Su potencial en el campo de batalla es muy limitado. O sea, solamente por el color. Le pongo. Foto. Está como el Broly culo, chicos. Sí. Vamos. Vamos a dar.